into the knife round. I'm gonna be a bit more chilled here because there's like 100 people watching this. So you know, and I've been casting like 3 maps today, so you know. Looks like Endpoint looking good to win knife. Mac was AFK for a bit. Cool. There's the tag. They're both tagged. Alright, Endpoint do win the knife round. I was looking up the stats. Endpoint in their win earlier against B-Pro, it was ESEA who really shined. He was up there at like 27 kills, so look for him to do the damage in this one, especially on Dust. Like, it's really easy for individuals to shine. Meanwhile, on Dreamchasers, we saw them. I streamed the end of them against Playing Ducks, and it was Emilio who was top fragging, but they still lost pretty convincingly, so it's pretty difficult to say if that can work out for them. We can see heading into the pistol round. SEO? SEO. Damn. I just think of Assassin's Creed, you know. Mac gets an early dink. Endpoint go for a bit of aggression towards long, but they can't land the shots. So SEO is low on health. There we go. Nailed it. In terms of buys, we've actually got Endpoint have decided to go with 2 players down to without Kevlar. Tactician picking up. His name's not Tactician. Like, I'm pretty sure it's not. Mighty Max has got the kit as well. We can see Jays are getting the first entry with the Glock. A bit of an awkward duel here. Finally, there will be the push through, and indeed Kicker does get the frag. Endpoint looking to retake the B site, however, again, SEO low on health. Dreamchasers towards mid doors pushing through right now. You can see, yeah, I thought it was Immy. Immy's low on health. You can see Huds is left trying to clutch it 1 versus 2. Smoke goes through. Huds not going to push through the smoke. Instead, going to try and find a different angle, but look at that. Kicker. 3 kills in the round for him. The Glock doing damage as Dreamchasers do pick up the pistol. And they will be buying up pretty strong here, actually. You can see they've already got 3 rifles, 2 AKs in there, and 2 UMPs at the end. Meanwhile, in terms of Endpoint's buy, they have forced up. You can see they've got a scout in there themselves. Immy might look to scout over the top of this, nearly finding the shot through the smoke. He is jump scouting over the top, looking for info. He's not quite going to spot anyone out just yet. Awkward timing as he falls back. He will spot out a couple of opponents, but again, he still hasn't quite been able to find the tag through the smoke just yet. So, Dreamchasers doing the early damage in the round. You can see SEO low, as well as Immy taking a bit of damage. And you can see, actually, Dreamchasers have just pushed onto this site. Mighty Max was towards the car, and somehow they didn't spot him out. He can't find a kill, though. Unfortunate there for Mighty Max. He was just trying to wait for time, see if he could get a bit greedy, maybe pick up a couple of kills. In the end, he gets punished for it, only getting the dink on towards Mac. So, Dreamchasers will take the B site pretty easily, and you can see Endpoint kind of stacked A, so they are just going to be trying to save these 4 guns they have for the next round, because they can't buy into the next round anyway. So, not a great round from Endpoint's point of view, but if they can save some of these weapons, it won't be too bad. See Jazar just around past long doors. He decided not to go in and push through there, so it looks like both teams are just going to let each other save. By the looks of things, you can see no one from Dreamchasers really committing to push anywhere near A long. Oh, okay. Mac dies to the bomb. Not the best. But I think they only lost a UMP there, so that's not too bad. And it looks like Endpoint deciding not really to invest any more money into this round. They're just going to pretty much use the guns they saved. Hud's brought up a Deagle at least. Jazar gets the tag off. They both tag each other through mid doors with the scouts early on. So both down low. That's not too bad for Endpoint, considering maybe if they can isolate Jazar, maybe they could pick up his scout. But again, it looks like Jazar will just play passively. So pretty difficult to take advantage of that early tag. See on the map right now, Mikis gets the spam through mid doors, but you can see on the map right now, Endpoint are very spread out right now in terms of their positions across the map. Actually looks like there's a player pushing towards B tunnels. That's Mac, who's going very aggressive here, and He thinks he spotted no one out. However, Mighty Max was lurking on the site with the USP, does get an early kill. Mikis is trying to push through the trade. He picks up one. Mighty Max can't get a second towards the back of site, and now Jazar might be able to get this final kill. Pulls out the long-range tech. Huds can't land any shots with the Deagle, however. Finally, Kicker comes in to finish it off, so Dreamchasers will pick up their third round. However, now will be their real test, as Endpoint will go for the buy round. You can see Luzu has been saving a bit of money up. He has got that orb. He's got a pretty good spawn for it as well. He can peek towards the long doors. I don't think anyone from Dreamchasers will be peeking long early on though, and indeed they won't be. Meanwhile, actually, look at this. Dreamchasers have got 2 snipers on their side. Jazar, however, still deciding to keep the scout, not upgrading. There's a bit of an early smoke coming through from Dreamchasers, but they aren't going to push through aggressively to start the round. So both teams will just be sitting back passively for now. You can see Endpoint's default setup seems to be a 2-1-2 setup. Sometimes you can have B players easily rotate over to mid, so often you see teams with just one player towards B, because it's generally an easier site to hold as well, right? And you can see, I think that is, yeah, Mighty Max is kind of ready to rotate over to mid if needed, which I do like. All of Dreamchasers sitting in towards B tunnels right now, so that's a bit risky. If Endpoint went for a bit of aggression at A, they would be able to gain a lot of map control. However, it looks like they're just going to sit back passively as well. Both teams not wanting to give up any advantage on this first buy round. Jazar has got the tech, trying to push in first. He only has the scout, remember, so it's not too bad if he dies. You can see the B split will be coming in any second now, as Endpoint will be looking to shut it down. However, Huds through the mid-smoke goes down. There's Mighty Max to trade 2 back very quickly there. Nicely done. Ibby gets one from the back of sight as well. Emilio, getting tempted by the AK, does pick it up. However, 2 versus 4, and Dreamchasers are not looking good to take this round now. You can see Imi peeks out, but Mikis takes him down. Mikis is kind of isolated off from his teammate here. Emilio has pushed through. Emilio's trying to take the site now, and you can see Mikis has somehow picked up a second kill towards tunnels now. Emilio has to get the bomb down very soon though. 12 seconds left in the round. He has to cross over these doors still with 9 seconds left. Oh, Luzu misses the shot, allowing Emilio to get the bomb in. However, Mighty Max pushes through to take him out. And Mikis just about dies before time in the end. However, couldn't defend his teammate. So that will be Endpoint saving the 2 orbs, winning the first gun round there. Dreamchasers were just a bit slow on that B split. You could see the nade usage from Endpoint working out very well to slow down the push that was coming in. As we will see Endpoint pick up their first round. Dreamchasers, though, of course, they didn't invest too heavily into that last round, so they were kind of willing to lose it so that they could still have a buy in this one. You can see they do have now the full rifles on their side, even the orb on towards Jazar, and full nades. So pretty big round for both teams here. You can see neither of them really have any money saved up, so it's pretty important for both of them to win this round. It almost counts as 2 rounds, this one, because whoever loses it is going to be forced onto eco. Jazar going for an early mid to B smoke. A mid to B play wouldn't be too bad at all right now. You can see the smoke coming in. There's only really 1 player towards mid and 1 towards the B site, which is interesting from Endpoint. There is also, who is that? Huds in towards CT as well, so you know, he's in a decent spot as well. It looks like Dreamchasers decide not to go for that mid to B push, instead just using their grenades to try and maybe bait out some of Endpoint's nades in the end. You can see Mac in towards tunnels there. Got a bit of a tag off, but not too much damage trading early on into the rounds here. 45 seconds left now. Jazar's just going to go for the peak. No flashes whatsoever. Lucy's going to hit that shot every day of the week, just walking into his crosshair. Easy kill there for Endpoint, and they will gain the man advantage in the round now. 33 seconds left, and Dreamchasers are leaving it very late into the round to go for their pushes. You can see Endpoint is saving incendiaries, saving flashes to slow down the push, and it's working well so far. Mac looking for the entry towards long, though. Gets it towards ESEA. And now it's looking pretty grim for Endpoint, because you can see the A site has been completely lost. They're going to have to try and retake it with a man disadvantage. Huds is stuck in towards CT as well, which is pretty awkward angle to retake from, and you can see they are just going to try and go for the save here. So despite Endpoint doing pretty well, you know, making Dreamchasers only execute towards the end of the round, Endpoint just can't hold off the push when it does finally come in. 2 good entries from Dreamchasers just changes the round. I was hoping to see Luzu get maybe 2 kills on the cross there with the AWP, but unfortunately he only picked up 1 in the end, and it's not quite good enough for Endpoint to win the round. Dreamchasers will pick up this one, and you can see Endpoint are going to have low money heading into this next round now. It's probably going to be an eco, yeah. Well, to be honest, they have such low money that they might just have to force up. It's a tough decision. They did save a couple of guns, so it's probably just worth forcing up into this one, actually. Especially with the UMPs being pretty decent right now. Yeah, you can see IMI has picked that up. SEO down to the 5-7, but still not too bad of a buy. You can see they will cross mid doors pretty easily. As it looks like Dreamchasers is going to maybe switch up the pace here, going for a bit of a quick long play. You can see they're already pushing out. It's SEO here holding it with the 5-7. It's going to be pretty tricky for him to land those long-range duels with this pistol. The smoke going through as well, and it looks like Dreamchasers could take this A site very easily. Endpoint do retain cat presence, but you know, holding short isn't really that valuable right now. You can see Luzu just missing the shot with the AWP, unfortunately. Let's look at that. Jazar gets his second of the round, a quick peek up towards Mighty Max. Huds is trying to help out to take down Emilio, and indeed they will find the kill, but they're in the exact same position as last round, a 3 versus 4 retake that they're just going to have to go for the save. So Dreamchasers again with a quick A play, and again it works out. We saw Endpoint go for a bit of short aggression early into the round to maybe try and catch Dreamchasers off guard, but Dreamchasers reply with long A aggression, and that allows them to take the A site easily before Endpoint can react. As we saw, there was one exit frag there for Endpoint. However, I don't think we'll be seeing many more fights now. It looks like both teams could just save pretty easily. IMI, though, deciding to peek out and go for a duel, does a bit of damage, doesn't quite find the kill, and both teams will just let each other save. As a bit of team damage there. Huds getting a bit of dink on towards IMI, so maybe not the best communication there from Endpoint. However, they will again lose the round, and again they have a bit of an awkward decision to make in terms of buying. They will again go for the force up. This time they do have a slightly better buy than last round, with everyone at least having a primary weapon. Only IMI forced down onto the UMP, so that's not too bad really. Pretty good nades on Endpoint's side as well, so all things considered, it's a pretty solid buy for them. You can see right now, Endpoint again are this time putting 2 players towards B and 3 towards A, with Mighty Max playing this off angle towards mid. I do like this spot because it's pretty hard to spot out. You know, you can only pretty much see his head if you push out through mid doors, and also it's a spot that quite often you just overlook. The only issue with it is that it's pretty hard to fall back from that spot, so you know, it's often only good to get 1 or 2 kills, and then you can easily get traded. Anyway, enough of that angle. We will see what's happening in the actual game now. Dreamchasers are currently just taking A short control, but not committed to either side just yet. And you can see Jazar's lurking out towards B with this AWP, and this is risky here. There's a player very close, IMI, with the UMP on the other side. Jazar throws the molly out, he makes a step, and IMI's just going to get the easy kill now. A bit of over-aggression there from Jazar. He really didn't need to be there. Gets punished for it, and now the AWP is in danger because Endpoint could try and push through to recover that. We can see, though, Dreamchasers have rotated a player over to hold that B tunnel's aggression. But again, yeah, Jazar just had no backup there. It really wasn't worth going for that. We see IMI get a second with his UMP. Luzu holding the A site with the AWP. He could be getting 3. Quick 3k for Luzu. Finishes off the round. Nice job from Endpoint there to close that one out, as they will pick up their second round. Good frags from Luzu on towards the A site, and as well, of course, you know, IMI's play opened up the round really with that UMP. Willing to just peek out on towards Jazar's AWP and punishes him for taking that aggressive angle. So nicely done from Endpoint there to pick up their second round, and it does look like they're slowly recovering into this game. You know, they're building up their money now. We can see Dreamchasers falls down to a kind of low by Mikis with just a Tech 9 in there. Trades towards long A. Already the bomb does go down. Luzu can now rotate over to try and hold this bomb, and he will in fact get another pick with this AWP, landing shot after shot after shot with it right now. Hasn't missed in a while. That's a good nade on towards Jazar as well. Nice job from Endpoint right now. And look at that. The flash goes off. Huds gets the easy kill. It's just Emilio, the man with the ban, lurking towards mid doors. Looking to push up and get the first kill. Does pick up that first frag. So still doable here in the 1 versus 3, but definitely going to be difficult. Everyone from Endpoint still on full health. He doesn't even have the bomb. So You know, look, he just has to check so many angles. It makes it really difficult here. So we can see Emilio will slowly but surely make his way towards long doors. You can see Endpoint have pretty much everyone stacked over there already. It's Huds and Luzu might be boosted. Yeah, they've boosted up on towards blue, so this is going to be very difficult for Emilio to predict this and take both fights here. Emilio going to peek out. Goes for a bit of a jiggle, but Luzu is there again to pick up the kill. That was 2 for him in this round with the AWP, so his AWP is doing a bit of damage so far against the Byrels, doing nicely. Dreamchasers will be forced down to an eco though, as Endpoint are slowly but surely recovering into this one after losing the pistol. They are getting a couple of rounds together. It looks like Dreamchasers have 3 players going towards B tunnels right now, but the bomb is sitting at top mid. Imagine if Emilio got backbanned again. That would be pretty funny. I don't think he's hacking anymore though. Like, it seems like this is just a fun team. It looks like they're gonna explode out through mid doors with the techs, and already Emilio gets an entry on towards Mighty Max. The peek from Imi towards window gets punished by Emilio again. And that is going to be Dreamchasers taking the B site very, very easily here. The Tech 9 quick push, unexpected from Endpoint, and the rest of the 3 players are going to probably be forced to save here, unfortunately. You can see they are just backing off, playing it passively towards the A side of the map. That was meant to be a circle, but just pretend it's a circle. As we see Dreamchasers, they are only going to save 2 of the guns, but still, Endpoint just completely run over on that B site. A bit disappointing, really, that they didn't even get a single frag on that hold. Maybe they do need a player towards mid, looking to try and help that mid to B split, because otherwise that could be a bit tricky. You can see Jazar flashes over towards long. SEO picks up 1, gets traded on, and it looks like they will manage to recover another gun here, Dreamchasers, so that's not too bad, because they only have pistols. It was definitely worth hunting. They ended up throwing away 2 pistols to save another rifle, so nice job from Dreamchasers there. As we will be heading into a pause. Again, I can't see like in chat or anything who's taking the pause. I would assume it's Endpoint, because you can see their money is kind of awkward. They do kind of have a decision to make in terms of buying. It looks like they will sort it all out though. It looks like everyone has guns, so that's good. We will be seeing a full buy versus full buy here, as Mighty Max does have the money for an M4. Meanwhile, on Dreamchasers' side, it's not a great buy for them. Like, they're not going to have the AWP probably with this much money. You can see no one can actually afford the AWP, so if Lizu can take some long-range duels and maybe win them, that could make the difference for Endpoint in this round. We know that Dust 2, AWPs can make a massive difference, so we'll have to see if that works for Endpoint, if they can get the AWP working of Lizu. He's got a few nice kills so far. You can see top fragging the server right now, up there with 9 kills. Other than that, the kill distribution pretty even between everyone else. I guess we can look at ADR as well. Lizu's at the top of that as well, of course. Yeah, it's pretty much what you'd expect. You can see now we will finally be getting back into it after that pause. Dreamchasers will have the 5 rifles on their side, no AWP. And Max missing a couple of nades, Emilio's missing a few flashes, so it's not a complete full buy for Dreamchasers, but it's definitely good enough. You can see it looks like Dreamchasers might go for a bit of early mid control, as they have been quite often. Meanwhile, actually I believe, who is that? Huds is the man towards Cat, who's playing this aggressive angle. The smoke will be coming in and dropping down to Xbox. However, holding this aggressive angle could be pretty good for Huds. He decides to back off. He's got his teammate with him. However, in the meantime, look at this. The push towards B tunnels from Endpoint. They're taking so much map control right now, all over the place. Dreamchasers towards mid could get pinched on pretty easily. Huds thinking about going for the smoke, decides against it. And look at that, the B tunnels aggression does work out. Mighty Max already picking up 2 kills. Now Huds pushes from Cat, gets a kill of his own. Good aggression from Endpoint. Picks up 3 openings early into the round. And Dreamchasers now trying to push towards long A, but 2 players out in the open just taking the fights, and it could be a very clean round here for Endpoint. as Jazar will try and cross towards A site. The flash is coming through. He gets tagged a little bit through the smoke. Walking up now, does get the first entry on towards Huds, but it's still a 1v4, and now they know his exact positioning. He will try to retreat onto the other side of the smoke. Spots out a couple of players there, but they're all just going to peek him at once here. Big peeks coming through, and that was a bit scary for a second, but they do manage to trade on towards Jazar there, and Endpoint will pick up another round. Good aggression at B tunnels and short, making the difference there. Dreamchasers not expecting Endpoint to be so aggressive, and yeah, that's going to force Dreamchasers down to just pistols here. So again, Endpoint doing a good job of recovering the economy after a poor start, losing the pistol and then subsequent buy rounds. Will be Jazar looking for entries towards A long. They're just going to rush through here, and you can see the Endpoint are just completely giving up this A site right now. Oh, never mind, I've turned X-ray off. That's why they have not given up A site completely here. There is one player towards short, however, it's going to be a pretty easy bomb plant. There's Huds getting an easy kill towards Mikis, who was not expecting that flank. Imi gets another kill, however, the bomb will be going down, so that's a bit of cash in the bank for Dreamchasers. They won't mind that, considering how weak of a buy they have. And look at this, a lot of players on short for Endpoint right now. If Dreamchasers had a couple of nades, they would do so much damage. However, Endpoint with a couple of flashes will be able to push out. Mac recovered the gun, but gets dropped on by Luzu with the P2K? Was that the P2000 or the P250? I did not see, but doesn't matter. Endpoint will pick up the round. And now Dreamchasers will probably buy up, but again, it's not going to be a great buy. They probably won't have the AWP, although it looks like they have bought up the AWP actually. Kicker drops it over for Jazar, so Kicker's going to have pretty much no nades. However, Jazar at least does have the AWP. The smoke towards mid doors. Jazar trying to get the spam through, can't quite time it right. Luzu. It's pretty difficult pronunciation. Sorry, guys. To be fair, at least Endpoint have like their names like pretty normally on the scoreboard. Like Dreamchasers, like there's a Doge, there's a $sign. It's pretty hard to read sometimes. You can see Dreamchasers again just going slow towards the start of the round. We've seen this a lot. They have been going for that mid presence at the start of the rounds to leave their options open. Again, Endpoint have two players towards B. Huds is at least towards CT. This time to watch for this mid push, which is indeed coming in. No smoke for CT just yet. Huds will spot the smokes coming through, and now it will be the B split coming in. But look at that! How does Jazar land that shot? Huds goes down. It's all on Mighty Max. Now he sprays one down, looking for a big spray down. Picks up two. Doesn't quite pick up the third. Kicker's there for the trade. And it's looking good for Dreamchasers now. They have the man advantage. Kicker went down very low on health in the process, but still the man advantage. However, wait, the bomb's been dropped here. I didn't see this, but the bomb is actually down, and Luzu is holding it off. Luzu? SEO gets the first kill. Luzu looking for another, picks it up, and all of a sudden, Dreamchasers, not realizing they didn't have the bomb, get punished for it. Jazar will recover it and get back towards the site. However, SEO's going to push through, spam the box a bit. They will just take their time here. Jazar does have the AWP, so it's going to be very difficult for him to clutch it. He's going to go for the AWP. Doesn't quite land the first shot, and now he's in a bit of trouble, having to try and hold off the close angles. Doesn't quite land the shot as Luza takes him down. I'll just pronounce it differently every time and see if anyone notices. Should we just call him Loser? It looks like Loser, you know. I feel like that's close enough. He's top fragging though, so you know he's not really a loser. Score is tied up 6-6 right now, and again Dreamchasers forced down onto Tex. You can see Endpoint again going for, at the start of the round, a pretty heavy A hold to watch for any rushes, and then slowly it seems like Huds makes his way back towards CT. It looks like already, for some reason, Mac just pushed out at B. He just died like here through the smoke, I think. Like, he just pushed out through the smoke by the looks of things. Yeah, you can see he's pushed out through the smoke. So, I mean, I guess they only have text, but still, a bit of of a weird decision, as they will easily shut down the long play. ESEA, the only man to take any damage for Endpoint that round. So very good job from them to shut down that push. It was only text, but for not a single player to die, that's pretty impressive. And you can see Endpoint have really built up a strong economy for themselves. So that makes it very difficult for Dreamchasers, especially when Dreamchasers' economy is so poor themselves. It really is a pretty big advantage for Endpoint here. There's only 2 rounds left in this half though, so the money won't matter too much. As we do see Endpoint for the first time in this one finally take the lead. Emilio watching for the push, and the aggression towards B tunnels gets punished instantly. Huds up towards Cat though, goes for a bit of aggression himself, finally lands the headshot after a few whiffs to bring it back to a 3 versus 3. ESEA watching for the mid push, and again, Dreamchasers just going out a bit too aggressive without any nades. ESEA holding passively will get the first kill. They're just peeking him one by one. Finally, they do take him down. Mighty Max holding this awkward angle does eventually find the wallbang through that... Is that a lamppost? Yeah, through the lamppost. And Endpoint pick up another round, and Dreamchasers will have to force heading into the final round with not great money on their side. They can all buy up AKs, but they'd have pretty much no grenades, and them having no grenades has been a big issue. And look at this. Just look at this. What are they going to do with this? It's not great. They've got 2 smokes and 1 flash, and we saw there on that mid push, they just kind of ran through mid doors, and it allowed Endpoint to easily get the kills. So I'd like to see someone from Dreamchasers be willing to take that supportive role. You know, downgrade to maybe just a tech and pick up the full nades or something like that. As it looks like, oh, Huds goes a bit too aggressive up short. Gets punished early on this round. It's Mikis who takes him down. So Dreamchasers do have the man advantage now. So this is where these 5 AKs can come in handy. You can see Dreamchasers pushing out towards long A. They're actually taking a lot of damage from that incendiary there. ESEA does pick up 1 kill on the hold. And look at that. The nades going over the top managed to pick up a kill from Imi. Mac though towards short. Look at that. The boost comes in, but Mac picks up 2 quick taps. Nice composure there to get both of those kills. And now Mighty Max is left in the 1 versus 2. It's planted for long A as well, but Mikis is low on health there with just the AK. Mighty Max spots the first player towards site. The incendiary will go out. I don't think that will force Mac back though. You can see, look at that. Nice tap from Mighty Max. He could be winning this 1v2 here. He knows the last player's on site. He gets peeked, but Mac wins the round with 3 kills of his own. Very nice shot from Mighty Max towards pit there, but can't quite pull through to win the clutch. So Endpoint do win the first half 8-7, but this game is certainly still anyone's to take. I was gonna discuss who was fragging well, but I guess it's half time, so we don't get to see that. From what I remember, on the Endpoint side, I think Loser, whatever you say, was up towards the top. Meanwhile, on Dreamchasers side, I honestly don't really remember. I think it might have been Emilio who was fragging well, but who the hell knows? We will never know, because you cannot see. Looks like on Dreamchasers side, they will go for 5 sets of Kevlar. Meanwhile, Endpoint have got both Mighty Max and Imi buying up smokes and flashes as well as P250s. The B-Rush could work out very well here. There's only 1 player holding. It's Mikis who's going to have to hold off against the world here. 1 versus 3 on this B side. And look at this, they're pushing through mid as well. They decide not to though. Mikis gets the kill somehow through the smoke. Jazar's been dinked down low. And the flank's coming in. What an awkward round you can see on the map right now. They're coming from B tunnels as well. Mikis pushes through the smoke, takes another down, and it's all up to Imi who's coming from B tunnels. They're on the bomb already. Imi takes down 1. Imi gets a second as well, but Mikis is eventually there to stop the push from coming through. So yeah, pretty awkward rounds. I didn't have like the camera on auto director, so it was pretty tough to see what was going on. But Endpoint, despite kind of getting the right read with the B-Rush, don't successfully execute it on the site hold. Wow, do I need to ban my mod for insulting me here? What the hell? I've been bullied. I'm gonna time him out. Yeah, get timed out. I have the power. So, of course, Endpoint pretty much on a full eco. going for that long push, maybe to see if they can recover at least one gun. There is Luzu picking up that kill, but you can't recover the gun from it. Second kill there for Imi, so not too bad on the full eco for Endpoint, but thanks to that bomb plant, they will be buying up this round. They've got the 5 AKs, and you can see Dreamchasers don't really have the greatest weaponry on their side. They've got the 2 M4s. Mikis still hasn't brought up. He goes for just a UMP, so Endpoint probably have to be favourites based on weaponry alone. You can see they're looking to go for a B-rush by the looks of things, but I think a Molotov will slow them down. Mighty Max gets the entry, and look at that, Imi spots Emilio's push through as well. So out of nowhere, Endpoint could take this B site very easily now. They decide to just slow it down after getting those 2 entries, which I do very much agree with. So we will see Jazar switch out for the M4. Endpoint deciding to just back off. I think they will eventually go for an A play by the looks of things. It's going to be very difficult for Dreamchasers to hold off all of the angles at once now. You can see they're spread out very thin across the map. Kicker is looking to peek towards lower tunnels and maybe could find a fight, but the timing's just not quite right. Damn, that was a good roam. He's going to spot out the opponent. I think he might have spotted the guy towards lower tunnels. He's pushing towards top mid now. The 4 Endpoint players are currently towards long, and they could easily just push through towards A site and completely take it for free. Dreamchasers are kind of gambling a bit towards B right now, and you can see a good fake from Imi. However, Kicker does get the flank off, but the fake is good enough. It will be an easy A take from Endpoint now. And that was a pretty nice execution in the round. The smoke's a bit dodgy there from Endpoint. It looks like Dreamchasers might actually go for this on the A retake. Very nice flick from Kicker to get 1 kill. Jazar pushing through, picks up another. Out of nowhere, it's down to a 2 versus 2. Mighty Max and Huds would have to hold it off right now. Mick is just going to flash through the smoke. Jazar trying to go for the fight, but it's very difficult to kill that player sitting in pit. You can see Mighty Max on towards the back of sight. Huds wins his duel, as does Mighty Max, so Endpoint will come out on top in the end. So good job from Endpoint just to slow it down after getting the 2 picks. They don't throw away the round by just trying to rush towards the B site, and they do manage to pull through and win the round. So now Dreamchasers forced onto probably an eco here. You can see Emilio had a bit of money, so he will buy up 5/7 armor. But we should be seeing a pretty easy round coming in here for Endpoint. So we will be seeing Emilio go for a bit of aggression towards B tunnels. That could get some good info. Mikis peeks towards short. Look at that. Takes down Mighty Max early on. And there was no one there ready to trade from Endpoint. They just need to kind of stick together, I think, and try and get those trade frags in. Jazar could be lurking out through this smoke towards mid. Indeed he does. There's 3 players towards short from Endpoint. If they're not watching their backs, this could be a bit of an issue. You can see them pushing up. Mikis just needs to try and delay because the flank will be coming in. However, Luzu is aware of the flank and just about gets the spray down successfully. And this should be now Endpoint taking A pretty easily. You can see Imi is kind of isolated here. Does get the first kill, looking for the second. Emilio is not pushing through though. Emilio needs to push here. He's kind of baiting his teammate. Eventually gets the kill, so they could save that AK now. The rest of Endpoint probably won't be looking to hunt too aggressively. You can see Luzu eventually does successfully get that spray down. Took him a few bullets, but good enough in the end. Emilio not looking to just save this AK. He's going to peek out. Luzu towards lower, gets tapped off. That's his head taken out. And Emilio will just be looking to save his gun. And it looks like Endpoint are just willing to let him do so because you can see both teams have low money. So both teams are probably just willing to just save their guns, both sides. Both teams getting a bit of money at the end of the round, but it's probably not going to be a perfect buy for either team. You can see Endpoint probably won't have the AWP indeed. They have decided not to go for it, just 5 AKs. Luzu missing out on a few grenades. Meanwhile, Dreamchasers do at least have the AWP on their side. However, that's forced Mac down to the UMP. And they're kind of lacking in terms of grenades. But there's the difference that AWP can make. Jazar gets 1 already. Make it 2 for him towards long A. Peeking out on the edge of that smoke aggressively to get a big entry in the round for Dreamchasers, as that's Luzu at least trading 1 back. 3 versus 4 now for Endpoint, but they are also pretty much all low on health. Mac, for some reason, pushes through mid doors. It works out, but that's so risky. It feels a bit unnecessary because now you can see the B site can just be taken pretty cleanly. However, Jazar is spotting over the top of this smoke. The spray through the smoke does a bit of damage. It's looking like Dreamchasers should be pretty safe in this round now. Look at that. Kicker just pushes out through the smoke. No respect to get the kill. Mighty Max looking to find the frag. Can't quite manage it. Flashes through. Flashes completely everyone there. Good movement to at least back off. He's down low on health though. And gets double peaked to be taken down as Dreamchasers equalise the rounds. And we're back at 10-10 here. Been a very back and forth game so far. You can see Endpoint's buy is pretty grim right now, to be honest. As Jazar peeks towards mid, he has been hitting some shots in these last few rounds. The AWP has been making a big impact for Dreamchasers right now, as you can see Imi goes back to spawn to recover that scout. You know, again, Endpoint don't really have the weaponry in this round. As we can see, it looks like Endpoint will just slow it down after losing that opening pick. I don't know what the hell Mac's doing right now, just spinning around on B, having the time of his life. It's Jazar nearly getting the timing right towards mid. Oh my god! He tags Mighty Max and kills Imi. Emilio up close gets 2 with the AK as well. And Jazar has just had a pretty nutty round there. Gets 3 kills in the end. Times that shot to perfection through mid doors. Wow. Impressive stuff there as Dreamchasers take the lead here. And force Endpoint down to a low buy, so it's looking pretty good for Dreamchasers now. This game is heating up. As Endpoint have got 5 clocks. Jazar! He just got that kill? There was like 2 pixels of Luzo on the screen, I swear. Wow. That's pretty insane. Jazar has been hitting some ridiculous shots in these last few rounds. It's been pretty impressive with that AWP. I mean, I know Dust 2 is a pretty good map for AWPers in general, but still, wow. As we see Jazar holding off this angle, it looks like a couple of players coming up short for Endpoint, so he could be getting a few easy kills here up against the Glocks. There's no nades for Endpoint to help them get out, and that allows Jazar to get 1 easy kill. Looking for the second now. The run boost comes through, gets the tag on towards Mighty Max. Gonna try and P250 them here. Switches back to the AWP. The no-scope's a bit too ambitious as ESEA takes him out with the Glock. The spray from Emilio gets 1, and that will be pretty easy round for Dreamchasers in the end against the full eco. So they will come in for the defuse. Emilio hit a nice shot on towards the planter there, however, not quite quickly enough to deny the bomb plant. So Endpoint happy to at least get the bomb down. To see Endpoint, thanks to that bomb plant, will be having a pretty solid buy between them now. Lizu even has the AWP, and we've seen him hit some pretty good shots with the AWP so far. Nothing like highlight clip shots, if you like, but he's just been sort of solid, you know, landing his shots when he's needed to. Jazar's going to peek towards top mid again, this time a bit too aggressively, as Luzu does take him out from kind of an off angle. You know, you can see Jazar was not expecting Luzu to be down there. He's kind of looking up towards the upper parts of T-spawn, so nice reaction from Luzu, realizing that Jazar's been peeking mid doors a lot, just holds the angle and eventually doesn't get the kill. You can see Mick has just been boosted up towards long here, so with just 1 player pushing out, he could be good to get a couple of sorry, not a couple of kills. He could be good to win this duel here, which would stop the pincer pretty well. You can see the short push could easily be successful, but it requires Imi to try and push through as well, kind of, by himself. So that could be an issue right now, as we will see the smokes coming through. But actually, it will actually be a fake towards this A site, so Imi is just going to be lurking right now, as the rest of the Endpoint players will be slowly but surely making their way towards B. Emilio towards mid is looking to try and stop this push out. Peeks out with a Molotov in his hand, and it looks like Endpoint looking to get the entries now. Max going to peek out, but Luzu picks up 2 with the AWP. Again, it seems like both AWPers making big differences so far when they have been able to get them. So Lizu gets 3 kills on this round, and it's probably going to force Dreamchasers to just save here. You can see Kicker's looking to see if he can get a kill. Trying to peek out on the edge of the box, not quite going to find the angle. It looks like Mikis is already looking to save. Kicker will also back off, so you know, both teams are probably just going to be happy to save right now. You can see Endpoint are really low on money. Dreamchasers have a lot of money, but they're not going to really get any. They're not really going to win this round, sorry. So both teams going to probably just kind of mutually agree to just let each other save. You can see Endpoint exit towards T-spawn, and that will allow them to safely save. So both teams are just going to save their guns. Endpoint, that will allow them to build up some good money, which is nice. As Kicker just swiping his mouse around a bit there. So in terms of kills so far, let's look at that. Lizu is still top fragging for Endpoint. And again, he's got the AWP here. Looks for the kill towards mid doors. And Dreamchasers aren't even smoking that. So that's risky. Like, Lizu's been hitting some good shots. Mac peeking behind that incendiary. As we see Endpoint could get punished here. Look at this. There's a boost towards short. HUD spots it out. But Jazar is there with the AWP again. Round after round, he's been hitting shots with this AWP so far. Lizu peeks out towards top mid. But that nade does go through for the kill. So Mick is taken down very low, but not quite good enough for the kill there. As Endpoint now down in a 3 versus 5. Dreamchasers, I didn't talk about it at the start of the round, but they have gone for the double AWP setup in this one. And that could be what's making the difference. You can see both AWPs have already found their picks. Lizu did do good damage on towards Mikis, but just couldn't quite find the kills through the mid doors. And now Endpoint are going to kind of struggle in this round. You can see they have at least recovered the AWP for Mighty Max, so maybe he could look to get some entries. But other than that, you can see Dreamchasers, after getting 2-man advantage, they're just sitting back really passively. No aggression anywhere. They know they have the smokes to just sit back and wait for any push to come in. It will be Endpoint backing off towards B right now. Look at that arrow. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful arrow. As we see, Imi's going to go back towards mid, just peek out a bit. It looks like they might just sit back here. Like, Endpoint have 25 seconds left. It's looking like they are just setting up to save, actually, so they're not going to push towards B. Cancel this arrow. Cancel this. That's a big... Wait for it. No, I meant to do it in this. You know what? Screw it. Screw the map stuff. It will be Endpoint saving. And again, it looks like Dreamchasers don't have that much money themselves, so they will just let Endpoint save. As Dreamchasers, off the back of those 2 AWP kills, pick up their 13th round. And now it's looking pretty good for Dreamchasers, with Endpoint having to buy up. However, actually, Endpoint have got a really good buy together thanks to saving those 3 guns. You can see Lizu with the AWP is going towards B at the start of the round. There's 4 players also here, so could try and go for a bit of a quick B play. You can see the peek from Mikis is punished there with the AWP. Going way too aggressive, trying to B-hop his way in. Getting a bit confident, maybe. Dreamchasers there is, again, a push towards lower tunnel. Just not really needed right now. There is the trade coming in. However, Endpoint already have the man advantage now. As Endpoint will be splitting that B site. You can see Mac is the man trying to hold it here. On the other side of the smoke, he could get some kills right now. As we see the push coming through, he gets the first. However, good trade coming in. Now it's up to Jazar to try and help retake with his AWP. He has been landing some good shots, but this is going to be very difficult on towards that B side. As we see Kicker and Jazar 2v2 now. Jazar will just push through the smoke. That's risky. Is he going to fall down? Yes, he does. The CZ coming out. Goes back to the AWP. Can't quite land the no-scope. And Endpoint will win out in the clutch. And now Dreamchasers might be down to a lowish buy. You can see Jazar does at least have the AWP, and it's looking like they have actually got enough money to pretty much full buy. As we get into the ever important final rounds right now, it's 13 to 12, very close map so far. Quick look at frags. Lizu still top fragging on his side. Jazar has really stepped up in the last few rounds with that AWP, up there at 20 kills. You can see Endpoint are pushing in towards mid right now. They're looking for the entries. There is Mikis already picking up one. Mighty Max should get the trade, but no, somehow doesn't find that headshot. Imi gets the one trade, but Emilio's there to help at mid as well. He's going to get another here towards Huds eventually with the spray down, and Endpoint's mid play just not quite working out in this one. Lizu with the AWP. You can see, I didn't realize Emilio went down to 1 HP in that one, so very close duel. If Huds got that got that kill, maybe there was a chance for Endpoint, but he couldn't quite win the duel. Emilio got 2 kills on the hold, and now Lizu has it all to do, and he won't be able to do it. Mac pushes through from B tunnels to flank, as now it's looking pretty grim for Endpoint. You can see their money is low. It's looking like Dreamchasers should be massive favourites to take this map now. Endpoint might think about just saving this round, or maybe just going with Tex, because if they can win 3 in a row, they could take it to overtime. However, they decide to force up last second. It looked like a bit of a disjointed buy there, a bit of a awkward decision. You can see the Molotov to stop any early push towards long A. Endpoint will again, as you can see on the map, be taking cat control early into the round. We see this quite often. It might be a quick A play here, which could work out pretty well, but there are already 3 players towards the A site. You can see Mikis jumping for info. And actually the 2 B players might have some kind of read here. They've rotated over towards mid, although they will be going back now. As we see the push will be going through. There's Jazar picking up one already. Mighty Max goes down as well. Jazar's got another with the AWP, and for some reason Auto Director's not changing, but it's looking like Imi is not going to really be able to get anything else going there. Dreamchasers pick up another round, and it's looking pretty grim for Endpoint now, unfortunately. It just, I don't know, it didn't feel like Endpoint have played too badly in this one, but it just feels like it wasn't really their day, you know. Dreamchasers just kind of managed to come out on top in terms of economy, and that seemed to kind of make the difference. So we will be seeing Endpoint might just go for a full-on B rush here. Here we go. This is going to work out very well. Look at this. Dreamchasers have pushed up mid. They could just take the B site without any duels going on. Mikis will try and retake the B site. However, good trade coming through. So Endpoint aren't actually out of this one just yet. Dreamchasers, thanks to that aggressive mid play, could get punished for it with the B site getting lost instantly. Tech 9 rush working out. ESEA is the man who's picked up the M4. Gets a dink off as well. Kicker does get a kill. ESEA looking to find this frag, but look at that. They do manage to recover the AWP as well. As we see the push coming through from Dreamchasers, they've got a lot of utility left here. The flash is coming off to allow them to retake the site. Mighty Max falls back thanks to the nade. He's going to push through here aggressively though. Is he going to be able to get a kill? There's one man on the bomb already. Are they just sticking the defuse right now? I believe they are. It's Mac to stick the defuse for the win. Despite Endpoint taking the B site, they couldn't really hold it. The smokes came through, the nades to slow down any retake from coming in. And Dreamchasers pick up the 16th round in the end. 16-12 they win as they pick up their first win of Premier.